CBS News has obtained a final draft of the House Ethics Committee report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz. The bipartisan committee, led by Republicans, includes some shocking allegations.
You remember your grandfather or grandmother or maybe an uncle or something saying that old saying, "Don't ever believe what you read in the papers." Well, it's an old saying, actually. It actually spawned from the late 19th, early 20th century with people like William Randolph Hearst and Joseph Pulitzer during the kind of sort of quote-unquote yellow journalism era where sensationalism became the hallmark in all the trades, and that was really kind of the beginning of people mistrusting the media. So this has been around for a really long time. It's just now it's accentuated like 1000x, but nothing's changed. And I want to talk about today the Matt Gaetz report. I know every other channel has already posted about this, but I'm going to share something I don't think anybody's talking about. I purposely took my time with this so I can give you the best of the best and make sure that I give you the due diligence and analysis that it deserves. But I'm going to go through some of the allegations and then talk about all the holes with actual evidence. And then you can make your own decision up. I'm going to tell you what I think happened, and I'm going to show you a clip from an old Tucker Carlson interview with Matt Gaetz that I think is extremely revealing, so stick around for that. But first, check this out. Okay, so the U.S. House of Representatives Committee on Ethics came out with this report on Matt Gaetz, and apparently they've been sitting on it forever, and they decided to release it on Christmas Eve. By the way, Merry Christmas, everybody. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Anytime you hear U.S. House of Representatives Committee on Ethics, especially when it's headed by Michael Guest and a whole bunch of ridiculous swamp vermin, that in and of itself just reeks of foulness. They essentially claim that between 2017 and 2020, Representative Gaetz regularly paid women for engaging in sexual activity with them. Representative Gaetz engaged in activity with a 17-year-old girl. During that period, Representative Gaetz used or possessed illegal drugs, including cocaine, ecstasy on multiple occasions. They also say that he accepted gifts. He arranged chief of staff to assist women with whom he engaged. I'll leave an entire link to the report. It's about 50 pages, a little less than 50 pages long. So here's the stuff that's not included in the report. The actual interrogation of the so-called witness, who now there's a new report coming out. She's sitting in prison right now. Molly Hemingway, a great reporter, actually was one of the only people who followed up with this, said that she interviewed or tried to find this so-called 17-year-old minor or what have you. She's in prison right now. And guess what she's in prison for? She's in prison for making false allegations. Hello, McFly. Don't be so gullible, McFly. Anybody home? So you can see here in the question and answer here, you said before that you got $400 from Matt Gaetz. I did. All right. Were you promised that ahead of time or anything? No, we never discussed money. Were you escorting, working? What were you doing? Mrs. Wolf objection form. That's her attorney. I wouldn't consider it any of those. There was a lot of times where I did not get paid for being there. In that time, I thought a lot of these people were my friends. Okay, all right. So this is Mr. Beltran. So wouldn't characterize anything you did in 2017 as sex work? Objection. You can answer, the judge says. And she says, no. She says, no. Everybody take note of that. This is really important. My God, if you go after these people, it's insane. By the way, here's what Elon Musk thinks. As for the accusations against him, I consider them worth less than nothing. Under our laws, a man is considered innocent until proven guilty. Here's what's really interesting. If A.G. Garland, Attorney General Garland, an unprincipled douchebag, I agree, could have secured a conviction against Gaetz, he would have. But he knew he couldn't. Case closed. I mean, that kind of says it all right there, doesn't it? There's even more. Mr. Belcher, okay, all right. Do you think that anybody trafficked you? There's an objection by her attorney, and then she answers, no, I wouldn't say that. So it wasn't that the amounts charged did not depend on how attractive a guy was. Is that fair to say? Objection. Answer, this is, again, the so-called star witness. I never charged anyone anything. Like I said, it was just a given. What does that mean? It's interesting how they said he's going to use on day one. He's going to be a dictator. He's going to be a dictator on day one. He's going to use the military against his own citizens. They literally did everything that they claim he would do. They are literally using the government, weaponization, politicalization, every Asian you can imagine. They've done it. They've thrown everything. They've even tried to assassinate him. My God, this is the biggest scandal in the history of America. Listen to this, though. I want you to hear it from the horse's mouth.
So this is obviously a serious allegation. Tell us what the truth is from your perspective.
It is a horrible allegation, and it is a lie. The New York Times is running a story that I have traveled with a 17-year-old woman, and that is verifiably false. People can look at my travel records and see that that is not the case. What is happening is an extortion of me and my family involving a former Department of Justice official. On March 16th, my father got a text message demanding a meeting wherein a person demanded $25 million in exchange for making horrible sex trafficking allegations against me go away. Our family was so troubled by that, we went to the local FBI. And the FBI and the Department of Justice were so concerned about this attempted extortion of a member of Congress that they asked my dad to wear a wire, which he did with the former Department of Justice official. Tonight, I am demanding that the Department of Justice and the FBI release the audio recordings that were made under their supervision and at their direction, which will prove my innocence and that will show that these allegations aren't true. They're merely intended to try to bleed my family out of money. And this former Department of Justice official tomorrow was supposed to be contacted by my father so that specific instructions could be given regarding the wiring of $4.5 million as a down payment on this bribe. I don't think it's a coincidence that tonight, somehow, the New York Times is leaking this information, smearing me, and ruining the investigation that would likely result in one of the former colleagues of the current DOJ being brought to justice for trying to extort me and my family.
That's really interesting. Well, I mean, given the track record of the Department of Justice, Merrick Garland and Jack Smith, special prosecutor, et cetera, could we really put it past them that this could actually, that Matt Gaetz is telling the truth? Is Matt Gaetz just trying to save his own ass? I don't know. But I will say this. This is what happens when you sow mistrust and distrust in the American people. This is what happens when you, again, to quote Kevin O'Leary, you destroy the American brand. You've destroyed all your credibility, Merrick Garland and the DOJ and Biden and every one of you. You've absolutely given us no cause, no reason to believe anything you say, especially given the timing of this release. The fact that, I mean, again, this guy has been the fiercest adversary to you guys. When I say you guys, I'm talking about the Biden, Merrick Garland, the current administration. Matt Gaetz has been a thorn in your side, a monkey in your wrench, a fly in your ointment. Why haven't you brought up charges? Why didn't you bring up charges years ago? Why didn't you prosecute? Why didn't you try to jail him a long time ago, like you've done with every other case that you go after people through politicalization and weaponization? That's the key. If this is really a real deal, if these allegations are so serious and we're supposed to take them at face value for the truth, why are there no charges? I'll tell you why there's no charges. Again, like Elon Musk said, they are a ruthless cabal. The hypocrisy knows no bounds, and they simply want to eliminate every enemy, every naysayer, anybody who will impede their progress. Everything that you guys tried to do over the last 4 to 8 years to Trump. How can we believe? Why would you even expect us to believe you? It makes absolutely no sense. But I throw this off to you. I would love to get your comments on this down below. Let me know what you think. Is this a political witch hunt? Is this real? Where is this individual who tried to extort Matt Gaetz? Where are the audio tapes? Where are the audio tapes? We definitely know that the FBI document everything vigorously. They keep a very extensive, record of all goings-ons. Where is it? Why can't we hear it? Again, there's just something fishy. Something just doesn't make any sense. But I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments down below. Can't wait to see what you guys think. Don't forget to check out these videos coming up on the screen right here. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. If you love this hat, the people have spoken. Links in the comments description below. And as always, God bless you. Merry Christmas. God bless the USA. And I'll see you soon.